Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to have your mind blown today? We're diving into some surprising facts that'll hopefully shift your perspective a bit.
I love these kinds of deep dives.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these little nuggets of information can really make you think differently.
Okay, so to kick things off, get this. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth.
It's almost impossible to wrap your head around, right? Like, whoa, that's the kind of thing that really makes you think about our place in the grand scheme of things. That's what they call cosmic perspective.
It's humbling for sure, but it also makes you realize how resilient we humans are. Like we're out here exploring space, and get this, when astronauts go up there, they actually get taller.
Yeah, it's wild. It's because without gravity compressing their spines, the discs can actually expand a little. They can grow up to 2 inches taller. It's
Yeah.
temporary, of course.
Can you imagine, though, waking up a couple inches taller? Speaking of amazing adaptations, have you ever heard of that immortal jellyfish?
The Turritopsis dohrnii, right? It's incredible. It can basically revert back to a younger state, like defying aging.
So it's not just living longer, it's like hitting the rewind button.
Exactly. Scientists are studying it like crazy
Uh-huh.
because if we could figure out how it regenerates like that, well, think of the possibilities for human health and lifespan.
Mind blowing. Right. Okay, this next one really messed with me when I first heard it. We all know Cleopatra and the pyramids were a long time ago. But get this. Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than to the building of the Great Pyramids.
It's true. It's like we have this compressed view of history in our minds, but Cleopatra lived closer to us in time than to those ancient wonders.
Right. Okay, ready for another one? What if I told you that plants can talk to each other?
It sounds crazy, but it's true. They actually release chemicals into the air to warn each other about things like pests and diseases.
Like an invisible message system.
Yeah. And they even use underground fungal networks to communicate, like their own version of the internet.
Hmm.
Plants are way more complex than we give them credit for.
This next one is a bit of a reality check, though. More people in the world have access to mobile phones than to toilets.
It really makes you think about global inequalities. We've made incredible technological advancements, but there are still millions of people without access to basic sanitation.
It puts things into perspective, that's for sure.
It really does. Makes you think, huh, okay, how about this? On Venus, a day is actually longer than a year.
Wait, really? How is that even possible?
Well, Venus rotates super slowly on its axis, like really, really slowly. It takes about 243 Earth days to make one full rotation.
Wow.
But it orbits the sun faster, completing one orbit in just 225 Earth days. So there you have it. A Venusian day is longer than a Venusian year.
My brain hurts a little thinking about that. Okay, shifting gears here, but this next one always blows my mind. The observable universe, that part we can see from Earth with our telescopes, is about 93 billion light years in diameter.
It's mind-boggling, right?
Yeah.
And to think that's probably just a tiny fraction of what's actually out there.
Makes you wonder what else is out there waiting to be discovered. Speaking of discoveries, did you know that those majestic pyramids of Egypt, while they weren't always that sandy color we see in photos, they used to be covered in smooth white limestone?
Can you imagine?
Uh-huh.
Gleaming white pyramids reflecting the desert sun. They would have been visible for miles.
It's crazy how much things change over time, huh? Okay, this next one is for all the math fans out there. The mathematical constant pi, the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. It's been calculated to over 62.8 trillion digits.
And it just keeps going. It's an irrational number, which
Yeah.
means the decimal goes on forever without repeating.
Yeah.
That endless string of digits, it really fascinates mathematicians.
Even math has mysteries, right? Okay, ready for something a little creepy. We spend about 6 years of our lives dreaming.
That's a lot of dreaming, and we only remember a tiny fraction of it. It's like this hidden world our brains create every night.
And they're not just random images and thoughts, right? Dreams actually serve a purpose.
Exactly. They help us process emotions, consolidate memories, even boost our creativity.
So next time you have a weird dream, don't brush it off. It might be your brain working its magic. Okay, back to some fun facts. Did you know that the Empire State Building, it's so big, it has its own zip code?
Talk about a landmark. It's practically a city within a city.
That's New York City for you.
Mm.
Okay, this next one might seem hard to believe. Pure gold is so soft, you can actually mold it with your bare hands.
No tools needed.
Yep. Pure gold is incredibly malleable.
That's why it's often mixed with other metals to make it more durable, especially for jewelry.
It's like the Play-Doh of precious metals. Okay, get this. Our stomachs actually have a second brain made up of millions of neurons.
No way. So that's what they mean by gut feeling.
Exactly. It's called the enteric nervous system, and it plays a key role in digestion. But here's the wild part. It's in constant communication with our brain, influencing our moods, emotions, even those intuitive feelings we get.
So our gut is basically thinking for us too.
Wow. Right. The human body is amazing. Okay, time for a geography fact. Ready for this? Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined.
Whoa, seriously?
Seriously, it's a haven for lake lovers, that's for sure. Okay, last one for this round, and it's a head scratcher. The most stolen book in the world. The Bible.
You'd think with all those thou shalt not steal commandments, it wouldn't be so popular with the sticky-fingered crowd.
It's true, but I guess it just goes to show the Bible's impact and influence. It really is fascinating, isn't it? Okay, let's move on to something a little more, well, earthly. Ever wonder about the lifespan of a dollar bill? Like, how long does it actually last in circulation?
Not as long as you might think. I think it's something like 18 months on average.
Really? That's it.
Yeah, they really go through the ringer. Think about it.
Yeah.
All those hands, vending machines. Tough life for a dollar bill.
Makes you appreciate that worn-out dollar a bit more, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, ready for a speed test? What's the fastest racket sport? Tennis. Racquetball.
Good guesses. But nope, it's actually badminton.
Badminton? Really? Those little shuttlecock.
Yep. Believe it or not, those things can reach speeds of over 300 miles per hour. That's faster than a Formula One race car.
No way. Okay, I'm picturing badminton in a whole new light now. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the ocean depths to outer space, so it feels right to wrap up with something that speaks to our desire to explore. Did you know that the Voyager 1 spacecraft, the one launched back in 1977, it's still going strong as the farthest human-made object from Earth?
Voyager 1, what a legend. It's out there in interstellar space right now, sending back data from beyond our solar system. It's pretty inspiring when you think about it.
For sure. Proof that human curiosity has no limits. And on that note, here's a final thought to ponder as we wrap things up. The Mona Lisa, that masterpiece by Leonardo da Vinci, famous for that mysterious smile, right? Well, did you ever notice she doesn't have eyebrows?
Wait, really? Now that you mention it, I've never noticed that.
It's true. And art historians still debate whether Da Vinci left them out on purpose or if they just faded over time. It's one of those little details that add to the mystery of that painting.
It makes you wonder what other details we miss when we think we know something so well.
Exactly. And that's what I love about these deep dives. There's always something new to discover, something that makes us question our assumptions and see the world with fresh eyes.
Couldn't agree more. It's been a pleasure exploring all these intriguing facts with you today.
Likewise. So until next time, keep those minds open, keep asking questions, and thanks for joining us for another deep dive.